for SUNY. I'm Gary Libator. Also ahead, major shipping deadlines for holiday deliveries just days away. We've got some insider tips for a smooth path ahead. But first, it was another cold one overnight. Now let's see what today will bring. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us from the Weather Center. And yesterday turned out not too bad during the day, but these overnights are downright chilly.
Yes, so yesterday we were in the single digits overnight. Today we're a little bit warmer. We're in the lower teens, which is a little bit better, but same thing today. We will see sunshine and highs reaching the upper 20s, so still remaining below freezing.
At least sunshine, right?
At least we're seeing sun, yes. So this morning I would definitely recommend using the car starter again. We are kind of ranging in the lower teens. We are seeing clear skies at this point. Still pretty cold and still a little bit of a breeze outside, so it is making it feel a little bit cooler than the actual temperature. So definitely recommend either using the car starter or whatever this morning. Also, there is frost outside on the car windshields. So right now we are mainly in the teens, a little bit warmer than yesterday. 15 degrees in Inlet, Richfield Springs, and in Earlville, with high temperatures looking to reach the upper 20s. Sunshine is expected once again today. We are going to start to see an increase in cloud cover tonight and tomorrow, and our snowfall is looking to start late afternoon, early evening tomorrow around 5-6 p.m. So we are keeping an eye out on that. The snow looks to last all overnight into Friday, and additional snowfall looks to last throughout the whole day on Friday. So we have issued a Storm Tracker 2 alert day starting tomorrow night and through the day on Friday due to the snowfall from this low pressure system that is coming in from the west. As for today, though, we will be dry, a little bit of a breeze, highs in the upper 20s, and I will be talking a little bit more about our snowfall forecast for Thursday night and for Friday coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. Fire investigators in...
Welcome back. If you are once again going to be heading outside this morning, walking to your driveway, on the sidewalk, anywhere, just be careful of icy spots for today. We're not looking to reach above freezing. And same thing goes for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit icy as well because not a lot of snow is going to be melting. And a lot of stuff will stay iced over today as we just reach the upper 20s for the high temperature. But we are going to be seeing sunshine with an increase in cloud cover coming in tomorrow. And unsettled weather comes in tomorrow night and Friday. We will remain mostly cloudy for both Friday and even Saturday, because once the storm system moves through Friday night, Saturday, it looks like lake effect snow possibly is going to pick up for us over the weekend. So nothing today. As for tomorrow, it starts tomorrow night. It looks like we are going to be getting some snow tomorrow overnight into Friday. Friday, we are going to be getting the bulk amount of our snow, and we could be seeing some lingering lake effect snow on Saturday. Gary.
Sounds like quite a commute Friday morning.
Yes, it does.
Hannah, thank you. A giant menorah was knocked over in
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are waking up pretty chilly once again this morning. Not as cold as yesterday, but we will be seeing sunshine today and highs in the upper 20s. Let's take a look now at the CAV Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Clear skies to start this morning. We will continue to see sunshine today, and highs are going to reach the upper 20s, but we are not as cool to start. Temperatures are in the lower teens as compared to the single digits like yesterday. We are still seeing a heavy frost outside. I would still recommend using the car starter because we are very chilly, temperatures in the lower teens, and we will remain below freezing for the high temperature today. But we are still tracking dry conditions. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A little bit of a breeze expected out of the north, so it is going to feel a little bit cooler than the actual temperature outside. Things are looking to change tomorrow. National Weather Service has put out a winter storm watch. That's in effect for most of central New York starting tomorrow afternoon, and this looks to last until Saturday morning. We have also issued a Storm Tracker 2 alert day starting tomorrow night through all of the day Friday because we are expecting widespread accumulating snowfall. That's coming in from that low pressure system that's out west at this point. This could cause some tricky travel issues Friday morning, and the snow is going to be wet and sticky compared to lake effect snow, so this could be causing scattered power outages. It also is going to be a little bit breezy, so we have issued an alert day for this and our snowfall forecast. This is going into effect tomorrow night at 7 p.m. through 7 a.m. Friday morning. So if you did want to shovel at all Friday morning before going to work, it looks like the heaviest of snow is going to fall south and east of the Mohawk Valley. We're looking at 4 to 6 inches overall tomorrow night and 2 to 4 inches for the Mohawk Valley and up north. But then we're expecting additional snowfall for the whole day on Friday. We're expecting an additional 4 to 6 inches for all of us from 7 a.m. Friday till 7 a.m. Saturday. So this totals up to around 6 to 9 inches for the Mohawk Valley and north, and 8 to 12 inches for south of the Mohawk Valley and east of the Mohawk Valley. So that is the total snowfall forecast for the whole event. Lake effect snow is possibly going to pick up for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We will keep you updated on that with any new information. But as of right now, we are focusing on this snowfall event that is going to be occurring Thursday night through Friday. So for today, we are going to be dry with sunshine, highs in the upper 20s. And tonight, we will start to see an increase in cloud cover with the low temperature in the teens once again. So for tomorrow, we will be cloudy to start. That snow looks to come in at early afternoon, or late afternoon, early evening, and then we will continue to see that snowfall all overnight into early Friday morning. The snow looks to continue for the whole day on Friday. Once again, a total of 8 to 12 inches for south of the Mohawk Valley and 6 to 9 for the Mohawk Valley and north. But as for today, another chilly day with sunshine, a little bit of a breeze, and we will start to see an increase in cloud cover tonight. So unsettled weather looks to start tomorrow. We get a little bit breezy. The snow looks to start tomorrow around dinner time. Friday's a Storm Tracker 2 alert day due to tricky travel in the morning, and that snow looks to last for the whole day on Friday. Lake effect looks to pick up over the weekend as well, Gary.
So we'll keep an eye on that Friday morning commute.
Yes, we are going to be very busy over here in the Weather Center.
That you will. Hannah, thanks. The time right now is 5:22. Coming up, beware of a wrong turn. We take you to one community in California where business leaders there say an inaccuracy in some GPS software has them missing out on millions of tourist dollars. That and more next in the Financial Report right here on News Channel 2 at sunrise.
Welcome back. We are going to remain on the cooler side again today. High temperatures in the North Country will reach the mid to upper 20s. Mid to upper 20s in the Mohawk Valley as well, and the same thing for the southern valleys. We are not going to be above freezing once again today, so things are going to remain icy, but we will be seeing sunshine. And we are tracking snowfall to start tomorrow evening. This snowfall forecast goes from 7 p.m. tomorrow to 7 a.m. Friday. So if you do want to shovel Friday morning, we're looking at 4 to 6 inches south and east of the Mohawk Valley and 2 to 4 inches for the rest of us. Then we will be seeing additional snowfall throughout the day on Friday. Altogether, 4 to 6 inches widespread. So this goes into effect 7 a.m. Friday to 7 a.m. Saturday. So altogether, for this whole event with the slow pressure system, we are expecting 6 to 9 inches for the Mohawk Valley and north, and 8 to 12 inches for south of the Mohawk Valley and east of the Mohawk Valley. We are also expecting lake effect snow to pick up over the weekend. We will keep you updated on that. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. A partnership of two technology.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out pretty chilly once again this morning, and we are going to be seeing sunshine today, reaching the upper 20s. Let's take a look now at the CAVV tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Clear skies to start. We are going to continue to see sunshine today, not going to reach above freezing once again, and we are tracking unsettled weather looking to come in later tomorrow. But starting out this morning, another morning with very chilly weather, hard frost outside, so maybe give yourself a little extra time to defrost the car windshield or to start up the car starter because it is very chilly. We are starting out all in the lower teens. We will reach the upper 20s today and we will remain dry. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are going to be seeing a little bit of a breeze coming out of the north, so it is going to feel just a little bit cooler than the actual temperature. But overall, I would say a pleasant but cold day for December. Things are going to change tomorrow. We are looking to start to get unsettled weather coming in. The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm watch. That's in effect for all of central New York starting tomorrow afternoon, and that lasts until Saturday morning. This is due to that low pressure system that is out west at that point, bringing in some snowfall out there. It is looking to move towards us, and it is looking to bring snowfall for us. We have issued a Storm Tracker 2 alert day tomorrow night through all day Friday due to the snowfall that could cause some tricky travel issues Friday morning. And since it is going going to be heavy and wet snow rather than that light, fluffy lake effect snow. We could be seeing scattered power outages along with windy conditions that could also cause some scattered power outages. So this snowfall forecast starts tomorrow, 7 p.m. through 7 a.m. Friday. If you do want to shovel at all early Friday morning before you go out to work, we are expecting 2 to 4 inches for the Mohawk Valley and north, and 4 to 6 inches for south and east of the Mohawk Valley. Then 7 a.m. Friday to 7 a.m. Saturday, we're expecting an additional 4 to 6 inches for all of us, which makes a total of 6 to 9 inches for the Mohawk Valley and north for the total event, and 8 to 12 inches for south and east of the Mohawk Valley for the whole event. Lake effect snow is also going to pick up over the weekend. We will keep you updated with a snowfall forecast on that. Right now, we are just worried about this low pressure system moving through. So for the rest of today, we will remain sunny with highs reaching the upper 20s. And tonight, we will start to see an increase in cloud cover overnight with the low in the teens once again. So for tomorrow, we will be seeing mostly cloudy skies. That snowfall looks to start late afternoon, early evening, and it looks to continue overnight into Friday with the heaviest of that snow falling south and east of the Mohawk Valley. Friday, the snow continues for the day, and it is just going to be a tricky travel day for the whole day on Friday, starting in the morning through the evening, and we are looking to see lake effect possibly pick up for the rest of the weekend. So make sure you enjoy today. It will be dry. Get all the errands around today. We are going to be sunny with highs in the upper 20s, and tonight we will start to see an increase in cloud cover with the low in the teens. Tomorrow evening is when the snow looks to start. We have issued a storm tracker 2 alert day on Friday due to tricky travel, especially for the morning commute, and we are going to be seeing breezy conditions. Scattered power outages are possible. Lake effect looks to pick up for the rest of the weekend, even into next week, Gary.
Boy, it is going to be something on Friday.
Yes, I hate driving in here in the morning in the snow. I get so nervous about it, but we'll see what happens.
You'll make it up.
I hope.
The Deerfield crews do a great job, so you'll get right up the hill.
Yes, hopefully.
Hannah, thank you. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libator. Also ahead, major shipping deadlines for holiday deliveries are just days away. We have some insider tips for a smooth path ahead. But first, it was another cold one overnight. Let's see what today will bring. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us from the Storm Tracker 2 Weather Center with a look at what we can expect here on this Wednesday. Good morning.
Good morning, Gary. We are starting out cold once again this morning, but it's not as cold as yesterday. We're mostly in the lower teens. We will be seeing sunshine again today, and then we are tracking snowfall for Thursday night and Friday.
Yeah, that sunshine helps a lot, though.
Yes, it does. It warms us up quite a bit. But this morning, I would definitely recommend using the car starter again. We are ranging in the lower teens, still seeing a little bit of a breeze as well. So it is feeling a little bit cooler. We are seeing clear skies to start. We will continue to see sunshine for today. Our sky watchers have us all in the teens, 12 degrees in Old Forge, 15 degrees in Clinton and New Hartford, and looking to the south, 14 degrees in Cooperstown and Edmiston. So not as chilly as those single digits yesterday, but still pretty chilly to start. We are going to see sunshine once again today, and we will start to see an increase in cloud cover tonight and tomorrow. We are tracking snowfall to start late afternoon, early evening tomorrow, and that looks to continue for the whole day on Friday. So we have issued a storm tracker 2 alert day for this, just due to possibly some scattered power outages, because it is going to be wet, heavy snow rather than that light, fluffy lake effect snow, and we are going to continue to see it for the whole day on Friday, which could cause some tricky travel issues. So for today, dry conditions, highs in the upper 20s with sunshine. I will be talking a little bit more about our snowfall forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. Fire investigators in New Hartford.
Welcome back. If you are heading outside this morning, I would definitely just be careful for any icy spots. We are in the teens at this point. Everything did ice over, and we are looking to remain below freezing today, so it is going to remain a bit icy throughout the day. Same thing goes for tomorrow morning, but tomorrow we do look to climb just around or just above freezing throughout the day. The good news is that we are going to be seeing sunshine today, though, so that will warm us up a little bit. Extra cloud cover comes in tomorrow in preparation for that snow starting tomorrow night and through the whole day on Friday, so overcast skies for Friday and even for Saturday, as it looks like lake effect snow will pick back up even after this low pressure system moves through. So today nothing. Tomorrow night is when it looks like we are going to be seeing accumulation of snow, and throughout the whole day on Saturday, or on Friday, excuse me, and then Saturday it looks like lake effect snow could pick up for the day, so we are keeping an eye on that, but we do have snowfall maps out for Thursday and Friday. Gary?
Thank you. A giant menorah was knocked over and
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out pretty chilly once again, not as cold as yesterday morning, and we are going to be seeing sunshine again today. Let's take a look now at the CAVI tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Clear skies to start this morning. All of us are in the lower teens. We will reach the upper 20s again today, but we will remain below freezing. So heading outside this morning, I would maybe give myself a little bit extra time to defrost the car windshield or scrape off the car, maybe even use the car starter, because it is very chilly once again, and all of us are seeing widespread frost to start. But we are going to be dry today. This is our York Full Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Very little cloud cover and a little bit of a breeze coming out of the north, so it is going to feel a little bit chilly today with those temperatures remaining below freezing, but we are going to be seeing sunshine, so that should help warm us up a little bit. Things do change tomorrow. The National Weather Service has put out winter storm watch. That goes into effect tomorrow afternoon and lasts until Saturday morning. This is due to that low pressure system that is occurring out west, bringing those snowstorms out there. That is going to approach us and bring us widespread accumulating snowfall. We have issued an alert day for this tomorrow night for the whole day Friday. Tricky travel is definitely possible on Friday morning as we see this snowfall, and it is going to be that wet, sticky snow, not that light, fluffy snow like we get with lake effect, and we could be seeing windy conditions as well. This could cause a few scattered power outages. So 7 p.m. tomorrow through 7 a.m. Friday. This is our snowfall forecast. If you do want to shovel a little bit before you get out and go to work on Friday, we were looking at 4 to 6 inches south and east of the Mohawk Valley, and the Mohawk Valley and north getting 2 to 4 inches, and that looks to be tomorrow night into early Friday morning. We are going to be seeing additional snowfall throughout the whole day on Friday, so this forecast goes into effect 7 a.m. Friday through 7 a.m. Saturday. 4 to 6 inches for all of us of additional snowfall is expected on the day on Friday. This makes a total of 8 to 12 inches for south and east of the Mohawk Valley, and 6 to 9 inches for the Mohawk Valley and north for this whole snowfall event. Lake effect snow is possibly going to pick back up for the weekend, but we will keep you updated with the snowfall forecast on that. But for today, we are going to be dry with sunshine, highs reaching the upper 20s, and we will start to see an increase in cloud cover overnight tonight in preparation for that unsettled weather looking to come in. So tomorrow it does look to be mostly cloudy with that snow coming in late afternoon, early evening, and it looks to continue for the whole night into Friday with the heaviest of snow falling south and east of the Mohawk Valley. The snow looks to continue for the whole day on Friday, causing tricky travel for the morning and even the evening. So for today, expect dry conditions, a little bit of a breeze with sunshine, highs in the upper 20s, and tonight a low in the teens with an increase in cloud cover. Unsettled weather comes in tomorrow as we turn breezy, cloudy, and that snow looks to start tomorrow night. We have issued a Storm Tracker 2 alert day on Friday due to scattered power outages that are possible and tricky travel issues. Lake effect snow even looks to pick up through the weekend and into the beginning of next week, even after the system moves through, Gary.
About time for a nice winter 7-day outlook here.
Yes, I guess it is a nice time. I just don't like driving here in the morning when it's going to be snowing.
You'll get up.
Hopefully.
And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow. Joining us for this half hour, I'm Gary Libator. A lot to get to on News Channel 2 at sunrise. First, let's get a check of that all-important Wednesday forecast. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us from the Weather Center, and Wednesday is starting out just like Tuesday, pretty chilly.
Yes, we are not as cold as yesterday. We are in the teens this morning rather than the single digits, and we will continue to see sunshine today with highs in the upper 20s.
But the key word sunshine at least, right?
Yes, so it is going to warm us up a little bit. But this morning I definitely still recommend using the car starter. We are starting out in the lower teens, and we once again will reach the upper 20s today. But definitely use the car starter this morning. We are seeing clear skies. We will be seeing sunshine today. A little bit of a breeze, so it is feeling a little bit cooler than the actual temperature. According to our sky watchers, once again, all in the low teens. 12 degrees in Old Forge, 13 degrees in Inlet. 14 degrees in Westdale. Looking to the south, 12 degrees in Milford and 15 degrees in Morris. But we will be seeing sunshine today, so it is going to help warm us up just a little bit. We are going to be seeing an increase in cloud cover tonight and tomorrow, and our snowfall looks to start late afternoon, early evening tomorrow, and that looks to last for the whole day on Friday. We have issued a storm tracker to alert day because of this, and it is going to be heavy wet snow that could cause a few scattered power outages along with a little bit of windy conditions. So we are keeping an eye out on that for tomorrow and Friday. But for today, sunshine, dry, highs in the upper 20s. I will be talking about our snowfall forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. And don't forget the latest weather, no more than 10 minutes away. Well, let's
Welcome back. We still are going to remain below freezing for the high temperatures today. In the North Country, we will reach the mid to upper 20s. Mid-20s for the Mohawk Valley and the same thing for the southern valleys, and we are going to be seeing sunshine today, so that will help warm us up just a little bit. Things change tomorrow. That's our next chance of seeing snowfall due to a low pressure system that is coming from the west. We are looking at the heaviest of snow to fall south and east of the Mohawk Valley, 4 to 6 inches down there, and 2 to 4 for the Mohawk Valley and north. This snowfall forecast is in effect for 7 p.m. tomorrow night through 7 a.m. Friday morning, just in case you do want to shovel before going out to work or wherever you're going for Friday. Additional snowfall is expected throughout the day on Friday. This snowfall forecast is from 7 a.m. Friday to 7 a.m. Saturday. An additional 4 to 6 inches widespread for us is expected, and that leaves us with 8 to 12 inches south and east of the Mohawk Valley and 6 to 9 inches for the Mohawk Valley and north for this total snowfall event. Lake effect snow is possibly going to pick up this weekend, and we will keep you updated on the snowfall forecast for that. Gary.
Hannah, thanks. A partnership of two.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out very cold once again this morning, but we will be seeing sunshine today and temperatures reaching the upper 20s. Let's take a look now at the Cavie Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. We can see clear skies to start. That's why it is a bit chilly this morning. All of us are in the lower teens, and we will continue to see sunshine, so that should help warm us up a little bit today. This morning, Nala can clearly see her neighbor, but it is still a bit chilly, icy with some frost outside. Just be careful of that when traveling. For the evening, though, we are going to be seeing dry conditions and sunshine later in the day. Today, Nala is saying hi to Bumblebee. If you do want to be a part of this, you can head over to my Facebook page, post pictures of your cats over there. We are still tracking dry conditions. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Very little cloud cover expected today, but it is going to feel a little bit cooler because we are seeing a breeze coming out of the north. Things do change tomorrow. The National Weather Service has put out a winter storm watch that goes into effect tomorrow afternoon until Saturday morning. This is due to widespread snowfall from that low pressure system out west that is bringing in snowfall over there. It is going to move towards us, and we are going to be seeing snowfall, which could cause some tricky travel issues Friday morning. We have issued a storm tracker to alert day for tomorrow night and Friday. This snow is going to be wet and sticky, so that could cause some scattered power outages. It's going to be windy as well. It's not going to be like that light, fluffy lake effect snow. It's going to be kind of dense and wet, and it is just kind of going to cause tricky travel issues. So we have issued a snowfall forecast. This goes into effect tomorrow at 7 p.m. through 7 a.m. Friday. If you do want to shovel before you head out to work on Friday, the heaviest of snow is going to be south and east of the Mohawk Valley, 4 to 6 inches, and the rest of us seeing 2 to 4 inches. We are going to be seeing additional snowfall for Friday. This snowfall forecast goes into effect 7 a.m. Friday through 7 a.m. Saturday. An additional 4 to 6 inches widespread can be expected. That totals up to 8 to 12 inches south and east of the Mohawk Valley and 6 to 9 inches for the rest of us for this whole event. So for today, we will be dry with sunshine, highs reaching the upper 20s, and we will start to see an increase in cloud cover overnight with lows in the teens once again. Cloudy skies come in for tomorrow, and that snow looks to start late afternoon, early evening, and it looks to continue through the whole overnight into Friday, with the heaviest of the snowfall being south and east of the Mohawk Valley. The snow continues for the day on Friday. The snow wraps up from that low pressure system into early Saturday, but lake effect snow possibly going to pick up for the rest of the weekend. So for today, expect dry conditions with sunshine, a little bit of a breeze, still below freezing, and tonight we will drop down into the teens as we see an increase in cloud cover. So for tomorrow, it does start to get unsettled with breezy conditions coming in. That snowfall starting late afternoon, early evening. It will continue on Friday, causing tricky travel issues, possibly some scattered power outages with lake effect snow continuing into the weekend, Gary.
That's for sure. We will be keeping a track on that tricky travel on Friday.
Yes, for sure.
That's for sure. Hannah, thank you. The time now is 6:52. Joining us, it remains to be quite cold throughout the Mohawk Valley, and now word of a significant snowfall on the way. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us now from the Weather Center with the latest on when those snowflakes will start falling. Hey there, Hannah.
Yes, we are quiet now with sunshine, still cold, but it does look like our snow is going to start tomorrow evening. Let's take a look now at the temperatures for today. We are still measuring temperatures in the 20s, 22 degrees being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. A little bit of a calmer wind speed, so it is actually feeling like that temperature, and we are seeing sunshine. But we have issued a Storm Tracker 2 alert day that is starting tomorrow night, and it will last through the whole day Friday due to widespread accumulating snowfall that could cause some tricky travel issues, especially Friday morning. And this snowfall is not going to be light and fluffy like Lake Epeque. It is going to be wet and dense that could lead to scattered power outages. We are also going to be seeing windy conditions, which should also lead to scattered power outages. So that's why we issued an alert day, and the snowfall doesn't look to end until Saturday morning. So today we are going to be dry with sunshine to make sure you get all your errands run today. We are looking at snow starting late afternoon, early evening tomorrow. That looks to last for the whole day Friday and into early Saturday morning, which will start to taper off. So we have issued a Storm Tracker 2 alert day for tomorrow night and for all of Friday. But for the rest of today, sunshine, dry, cold with highs in the upper 20s, and I will have snowfall forecast, the maps. I will be talking a little bit more about them coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Now to the storms sweeping the nation, and it's not just snowstorms here in December. Several tornadoes have touched down, and more are possible today as this slow-moving system isn't done yet. NBC's Morgan Chesky is in Grapevine, Texas with more.
It is stunning to see the devastation this storm system leaves behind. And here in Grapevine, Texas, just outside Dallas, many of the buildings the tornado struck gutted or reduced to piles of bricks. We do know about 5 people were hospitalized in this community. None of those injuries expected to be life-threatening. But just within the last few minutes, we've heard otherwise in Louisiana. Overnight tornadoes there, leaving at least 2 people dead, more than 20 people injured as this massive system marches on, dumping snow in the north and unleashing fury with multiple tornadoes in the south. While tornadoes in December are not unheard of, the speed at which these storms struck left a lot of people we've spoken to absolutely stunned. And we do know that, at least here in Grapevine and in other communities, these paths, indiscriminate damage. One home standing, another leveled as this tornado, as one after another, really made its way through. Search and rescue teams active at this hour in Louisiana, searching for survivors. And what's very troubling is that it could still spawn even more twisters to the southeast and along the Gulf Coast later on today. Morgan Chesky, NBC News, Grapevine, Texas.
Morgan, thanks. A Utica man has died.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking dry conditions today with sunny skies, but we will remain on the cooler side. Let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. Sunny skies once again, still snow on the ground, not looking to melt today because we are going to remain below freezing as high temperatures just reach the upper 20s. So according to our sky watchers, at this point we are all in the 20s still. 22 degrees in Old Forge, 28 degrees in Mohawk, and 27 degrees in Ilion. So another chilly day, but we are seeing sunshine and calmer wind speeds, so that should help keep us warm just a little bit. Nala can clearly see her neighbor here this afternoon. If you are commuting anywhere, it should be fine. Just watch out for some icy spots. Dry conditions remain for the evening commute. She is saying hi to Bumblebee today. If you do want to be a part of this, you can post pictures of your cats over on my Facebook page. Once again, still dry. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but things are looking to change tomorrow. snow. The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm watch that goes into effect tomorrow afternoon until Saturday morning. This is going to be due to widespread accumulating snowfall, causing tricky travel issues, especially for the Friday morning commute. And it's going to be that wet, dense snow, so that could cause some scattered power outages. It also is going to be pretty windy. So it does start tomorrow night. This is a snowfall map for 7 p.m. tomorrow till 7 a.m. Friday. It looks like the heaviest of it is going to fall south and east of the Mohawk Valley, 4 to 8 inches there, and 2 to 4 inches for the rest of us. So here's a look at the skycast. It does look to start around 4 p.m. coming in from the west and the south, and once again the heaviest of it is going to fall south of the Mohawk Valley. It looks to continue all night tomorrow into early Friday morning. Then we do have another snowfall forecast for Friday, 4 to 8 inches widespread starting at 7 a.m. Friday till 7 a.m. Saturday. So here is our skycast. It is showing not as heavy snow falling throughout the day on Friday, but still looking like we are going to be getting that extra snowfall that will linger into Saturday morning. So overall 10 to 14 inches can be expected for the southern valleys and the eastern part of the Mohawk Valley up in the Adirondacks, and 8 to 12 inches are expected for the western part of the Mohawk Valley and the North Country. Once again, areas of higher elevations and hilltops look to receive a little bit more snowfall, but this is our total snowfall forecast for the whole event starting tomorrow night and ending Saturday morning. But for the rest of today, we will be cold and sunny, a little bit of a breeze. Highs are going to remain below freezing. It does get pretty chilly tonight, and we will start to see an increase in cloud cover in preparation for that unsettled weather, along with that low pressure system to come in later tomorrow. So we are going to be cloudy tomorrow. Breezy conditions start to form. That snow starts tomorrow night, and we have issued a storm tracker to alert day on Friday due to this widespread heavy snowfall, causing for tricky travel issues Friday morning. Scattered power outages are also possible. That snow from the low pressure system does end on Saturday morning, but then it does look like lake effect will pick up for the rest of the weekend. We'll be right back.
Look at the weather in this half hour. Once again, here is meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We are tracking dry weather and sunshine today, but it is going to remain on the cold side. So right now we are measuring 22 degrees at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. It does feel that way because we are seeing calmer wind speeds today, and we are seeing sunshine, so that should help to keep us warm a little bit. But things do change tomorrow. Tomorrow, snow looks to come in, especially tomorrow night. We have issued a storm tracker to alert day starting tomorrow night through all day Friday due to this widespread accumulating snowfall, causing tricky travel issues, especially Friday morning. And it's going to be that wet and dense snowfall, not that light, fluffy lake effect. And we are going to be seeing windy conditions, so this could lead to scattered power outages. So this is why we did issue an alert day for tomorrow night and Friday. We will be dry today, so make sure you get any of your errands run today before the snowfall looks to start tomorrow late afternoon, early evening. And we have issued that alert day for tomorrow night and Friday because of that. So for today, we are going to be dry with sunshine, highs in the upper 20s. I will be talking a little bit more about the snowfall forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Well, it took a jury less than
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are going to be seeing sunshine and dry conditions for the rest of the day, but it is going to remain on the cooler side. Let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. Sunshine, we are still going to be seeing snow on the ground. Some icy conditions are possible because high temperatures don't look to reach above freezing today. And according to our sky watchers, we are all still in the 20s, just 22 degrees in Old Forge, 25 degrees in Otsego, and 27 degrees in Ilion. But we are going to be dry. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar tracking dry conditions for the rest of the day and for the morning and afternoon tomorrow. But things are going to change. The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm watch in effect for all of central New York starting tomorrow afternoon, and that lasts until Saturday morning due to widespread accumulating snowfall from that low pressure system out west. It is going to be that wet and dense snow as well that could cause a few scattered power outages. It also is going going to be pretty windy outside at this time. Travel may be tricky on Friday morning. So we have broken up the snowfall map just a little bit. This is the snowfall map for Thursday night. It goes into effect 7 p.m. tomorrow until 7 a.m. Friday. Most of the snow is going to fall south and east of the Mohawk Valley, 4 to 8 inches here and 2 to 4 inches elsewhere. So looking at that on the Skycast, we see it starts to move in from the southwest, and it looks to be widespread until 7 a.m. Friday morning. This is going to cause tricky travel issues, and the heaviest of it is going to fall south and east of the Mohawk Valley. Then we have additional snowfall on Friday. This map is in effect 7 a.m. Friday till 7 a.m. Saturday. Widespread, it looks to see another 4 to 8 inches of snowfall at this time. This snow will continue on Friday and be widespread until looking to end Saturday morning. But then even after Saturday morning, once that low pressure system moves through, it is possible to see lake effect snowfall pick back up. But we are just worried about this low pressure system right now, and it does look to dump on us 8 to 12 inches for the western part of the Mohawk Valley and the North Country, and most of it 10 to 14 inches for the southern valleys, for the eastern part of the Mohawk Valley, and into the Adirondacks. Once again, higher elevations and hilltops could receive higher totals, but this is what we have for total snowfall starting tomorrow night and lasting until Saturday morning. So for the rest of today, we will be dry. Highs are going to be right near 30 degrees, cold and sunny, but if you do have anything to do, get that done today. Tonight, we will start to see an increase in cloud cover, a chilly night ahead with the low in the teens. But tomorrow around 3-4 p.m., snow looks to start. It does start to get breezy as well with cloudy skies. And then we have a Storm Tracker 2 alert day on Friday due to this widespread heavy snowfall, possibly causing scattered power outages and windy conditions because it is going to be that wet and dense snowfall. From the snow of that low pressure system, it ends Saturday morning, but it is possible that lake effect will even continue into next week. We'll be right back.
Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis is tracking a winter storm. That alert day, we're getting closer to that tomorrow.
Yeah, now we have some new maps out. This is for the entire event. So this is a 36-hour snowfall map. So again, want to really emphasize that this is not what you're going to be expecting Friday morning, but this will be by Saturday morning. General 8 to 12 inches of accumulation, 10 to 14 inches of accumulation south of Utica. We're going to cover how much falls Thursday night, how much falls on Friday, kind of break it down for you to help you clear it out if you do have to shovel or snow blow here over the next couple of days. Again, an alert day for this, accumulating snow, tricky travel, especially Friday morning. And one thing we're watching closely, we're going to spend some time talking about this, the potential for power outages is higher for this event than other ones, and I'll explain why that's the case here coming up. A winter storm warning in effect for all of central New York by the National Weather Service. This does not begin tonight. This does not begin tomorrow, at least during the daytime. Current temperature is 24 degrees. We are dry this evening. We're dry tonight. We're dry for most of the day tomorrow. We are tracking when the snow does arrive as we head into tomorrow evening. And again, we're going to break down how much to expect tomorrow night as well as Friday, and that's coming up. Kristen, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. Boilermaker official.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track snow for Thursday night, Friday, and Friday night. This is a look at total accumulation expected from the start of this, which would be late tomorrow afternoon all the way through Saturday morning. 8 to 12 inches of total accumulation from Utica to Old Forge, 10 to 14 inches of total accumulation south of the Mohawk Valley. In general, the snow will be falling at a rate similar to what we saw on Sunday. So it's not going to come down really quickly. It's going to be a gradual, steady snowfall that will likely cause tricky travel. And this also could cause power outages, too. It's expected to be a very sticky snowfall, again, beginning tomorrow during the late afternoon, lasting all the way through Saturday morning. We'll break things down by time period coming up. Live look at the Utica National Tower Cam overlooking Cooperstown. It is looking dry. It's dry tomorrow. We've been getting lots of questions as to when this snow will begin. For most of us, it'll be sometime between about 3 to 5 p.m. A little bit sooner south of the Mohawk Valley, Oneonta, southern Otsego County, closer to about 2 to 3 o'clock, and taking longer, about 5 to 6 p.m. for the Adirondacks. So that's when the snow begins tomorrow. And again, it's going to start to pick up heading into tomorrow night. It's dry across the region. We'll stay dry until the snow arrives, as low pressure will be developing off the Atlantic coast. This is going to be a nor'easter. It hasn't formed yet, but it will form tomorrow evening and drive our weather here as we head into the start of the weekend. Tonight we're dry, it's cold, we're down into the teens. We're dry throughout the day tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning, mostly cloudy again. Most of the day looks dry, lunchtime dry, temperatures in the low 30s. The snow begins around 4 p.m. in the Mohawk Valley. The snow becomes widespread heading into tomorrow evening by 8 p.m. Again, most of us seeing some snow. Snow becomes steady and widespread tomorrow night and continuing into Friday. By Friday morning, most of us have a general 2 to 4 inches of accumulation. Higher amounts south of the Mohawk Valley, closer to about 6, 7, 8 inches of snow on the ground by Friday morning. This will continue as we head into Friday afternoon and into Friday evening, as well as Friday night. So again, think long duration event here. Additional accumulations throughout the day Friday. This is from Friday 7 a.m. to Saturday 7 a.m. Additional accumulations of around 4 to 8 inches region-wide. So again, a slow, gradual pileup of snow. Traffic conditions expected to be pretty tricky throughout the day Friday, and then improving heading into Saturday. Increasing clouds tonight down to 15 degrees. Tomorrow, cloudy with snow developing later in the day, a high of 34. Storm Tracker 2's 7-day forecast. Lake effect snow showers will be hanging around as we get into the weekend, as well as early next week as temperatures get colder and the winter solstice begins on Wednesday. And coming up in a few minutes, we're taking a closer look at potential power outages with this heavy, wet snowfall.
And preparing for them now.
Right.
All right, Bill, thank you. Well, the winter storm system that stretches across much of the country has turned deadly. A mom and her young son killed in Louisiana as a string of tornadoes battered the South. This while snow and ice gripped the high plains. Jay Gray reports.
We got 2 tornadoes on the ground doing damage right now. Oh my goodness.
The overwhelming power of Mother Nature. 2 tornadoes merging in South Louisiana.
The blue flashes you see, power flashes. Those are power lines failing. The transformers blowing there. Look, that's probably a roof that's being lofted up in the atmosphere.
Remnants from a string of deadly tornadoes stretched for miles. The early morning storms leaving at least 2 dead, a mom and her 8-year-old daughter. Dozens more injured and survivors struggling to piece together what the twisters left behind.
This my house right here, y'all. My house is just gone. Y'all, this was a whole trailer park, y'all. It was 10 trailers right here. It ain't number 2 trailers left standing.
Mississippi also hit hard. Buildings ripped open, power lines pulled down. The violent weather, part of a massive system spreading out across most of the country right now. The high plains getting blasted by snow and ice.
A lot of long hours, and these guys do a great job at what they do.
Plows struggling to keep up in conditions not fit for man or beast.
We think there's going to be a lot of wind with it, and so we decided we're going to move all the cows back into the lots just so we don't have to drift cows.
Forecasters warn the storm system will continue to cause major problems as it moves to the northeast over the next several days. Jay Gray, NBC News.
Winter weather, not an excuse for lazy living. What doctors are saying about staying active in the cold months. Plus, Title 42 is set to be lifted. What this is going to mean for we get to the Storm Tracker 2 alert day, the more we need to hear from Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. We get you back to the Weather Center for an update on what he's tracking. Bill, good evening once again.
Yeah, Kristen, we're continuing to look through information tonight, and I think we're starting to see kind of a unique angle to this storm that's coming in. We're expecting snow, but this time around, with a lot of this falling in temperatures near or just above freezing, it means the snow is going to be that wet, heavy type. And it's concerning to us because when we get a foot of snow where the snowfall is that dense type of snow, is very heavy and wet, it could lead to power outages. In fact, conditions look to favor power outages, especially in the Mohawk Valley where temperatures will be warmest during this accumulation. So for tomorrow night, make sure that your phone is charged, your portable charger is ready to go, and you're ready to deal with this. We hope that we're wrong with this side of it, but it does look like this is coming together as a potential power outage maker, again, specifically in the Mohawk Valley where temperatures will be very close to freezing. And of course, a reminder, never ever go near downed power lines across the area if that is the case heading into tomorrow night and Friday. We're dry across the area this evening, and it stays dry. If you're traveling, no worries here tonight. No worries tomorrow, at least during the daytime hours. We are tracking the start time of this snow, and it's coming out. Kristen, back to you.
Great opportunity to be uploading the News Channel 2 app, the Storm Tracker 2 app, so you have access to that. Meteorologist Bill Curtis. It was freezing this morning, literally.
Yeah, and you know, the snow does kind of help insulate the ground. There is some positives to that, but it's going to be tough to shovel this snowfall that we're expecting tomorrow. It's also going to be tough to drive in this. Again, this begins tomorrow evening. If you're driving during the day, no worries here. The start time of the snow is not until after about 3 to 5 o'clock for most of us. But again, if you are trying to travel on Friday, this is going to be pretty tricky. Think about conditions on Sunday. That's what we're expecting here. Just the snow is going to last longer. Instead of a 12-hour accumulation, it's closer to a 36-hour accumulation, just to give you some perspective here. And just judging by conditions on Sunday, it was pretty tough to get around in some areas, so do plan accordingly. Again, that snow continues throughout all day Friday. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's dry across the area. We'll stay dry this evening. It'll cool off. Temperatures drop down into the teens tonight. We're taking a look at total snowfall as we head into tomorrow night, Friday, and Friday night. And that's coming up. Kristen, back to you.
The Rozier Communications elves were hard at work.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track snow expected tomorrow night as well as Friday and Friday night. This is a look at total accumulation for this 36-hour period. This is a long duration event. It's not going to come down all at once. Only just a few inches is expected by Friday morning, and the snow will continue to accumulate throughout the day. By the time all is said and done, I think most places get 8 to 12 inches of accumulation in and north of the Mohawk Valley. South of the valley, 10 to 14 inches of accumulation. And this is also going to be a heavy, wet snow. It's going to be hard to shovel. It's also going to cause, it's also going to make it very difficult to drive through, similar to what we saw on Sunday in terms of how slippery that snow was. Just this is going to last for 36 hours as opposed to 12 hours. Live look at the Utica National Tower Cam. We're looking Cooperstown. Things look quiet. The snow does not begin for most of us until late tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Let's look at the start time of snow. 2 to 3 p.m. in the southern part of the area, southern Otsego County. Most of us, it's somewhere between about 3 to 5 p.m. So if you're looking to run some errands tomorrow, you're fine during the day. This is not going to start until, for most of us, after dark. And then, again, most of this accumulates heading into tomorrow night. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's quiet. Temperatures are cold. We're in the teens and 20s. West Leyden, 18 degrees. Old Forge, 24. Across the southern valleys, Morris, 21 degrees. Cooperstown, 22. Paynes Hollow with 19. Low pressure to the west will be developing as a nor'easter, and it'll track into our area heading into Friday. Dry tonight. We're down into the teens. Another cold night ahead. Dry during the day tomorrow. Let's time out the start time here. You can see the snow breaking out from southwest to northeast. This is the scene at 4 p.m. This is the scene at 8 p.m. Again, by that point, most of us will be seeing some steady snowfall. Snow falls throughout tomorrow night. By Friday morning, this is what you can expect on the ground. 2 to 4 inches for most of us, 4 to 8 inches south of the Mohawk Valley. Snow continues to accumulate throughout the day on Friday, as well as Friday evening and Friday night. So continuing to see slippery roads throughout the day into Friday night. This could very well last into Saturday morning. The trend is for this to kind of slow down and take its time moving into and through our area. 4 to 8 inches of snow Friday as well as Friday night. I think the peak snowfall rate will be about 1/2 inch. So it's not all that high, but it's going to be a slow, steady accumulation over the next 36 hours once it begins late tomorrow afternoon. Tonight, increasing clouds down to 15 tomorrow. And looking at cloudy skies, snow developing, high of 34. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, this snow continues throughout Friday and into Friday night. Lake effect snow showers as we head into the weekend, as well as early next week. Pretty active weather pattern here. Temperatures in the 20s on Tuesday and Wednesday. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we're looking at the potential power outages that this wet, heavy snow could cause heading into Friday night. We'll be right back.
I'm Jolene Ferris. Jason is off tonight. We'll get to those stories in about a minute, but first, some wicked weather this way comes. Significant snowfall, still about 17 hours away, but we want you to be able to prepare, so we're going to go straight to Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. He's live in the Weather Center tracking this storm. Bill.
That's right, Jolene. We expect snow to start tomorrow during the late afternoon and early evening and continue all the way through Saturday. So when we're looking at a map like this, just understand this is not coming all at once. It's going to be a gradual, generally slow accumulation. And by the time we get to Saturday morning, 8 to 12 inches of snow is expected to have fallen across most of the area, 10 to 14 inches of snow possible south of the valley. This snow could create some travel troubles, especially as we head into Friday. The bigger concern tonight is the nature of this snow. We'll talk more about that, but it's looking to be wet and sticky, and it could lead to some power outages across the area, and we'll take a deeper dive into that coming up. Winter storm warnings in effect for all of central New York. Our temperature is 13 degrees. It's dry this late evening, and it'll be dry tonight, increasing clouds down into the single digits to low teens for the overnight low. We're tracking the start time of the snow as we head into tomorrow afternoon, as well as when the snow comes to an end. That's coming up. Jolene, back to you.
Thanks, Bill. We're following breaking news in the city of Utica. Police are on the scene of a shooting on the 13th.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Our next snowfall is expected to begin tomorrow night, producing a 36-hour accumulation between about 8 to 12 inches across most of central New York. Some higher elevations south of the valley could see 10 to 14 inches. Again, over more than a day. The snow looks to come to an end as we head into Saturday evening. The snow this time around is expected to fall in an environment that's very close to freezing, which means it's more likely to be that heavy, wet snow that's very hard to move, very hard to shovel, but it's also very sticky, very packy. This type of snowfall, unfortunately, tends to cause more power outages because it tends to stick to trees. And that's becoming a growing concern about this storm in particular. Every storm's different, and again, 8 to 12 inches of snow, at least for our standards, is not a lot. Certainly enough to cause travel issues. But again, the power outage thing is something we're going to continue to follow here. I highlighted the Mohawk Valley in particular because this area will be closest to freezing, and it will be the warmest, which means that the snow will have an easier time sticking to trees. We'll continue to keep you posted with that, but it's not a bad idea to plan ahead of time, make sure your phone is charged and your portable chargers as well heading into tomorrow night. It's dry out there tonight. Start time of the snow looks to be about 3 to 5 p.m. across most of central New York. So if you have travel plans during the day tomorrow, you're fine. Snow is not really going to start to work in until later in the day. Radar and satellite image showing low pressure that will be developing off the Atlantic coast as a nor'easter is responsible for the expected snowfall. And again, we are dry tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the teens. We start out tomorrow morning with cloudy skies. Again, the start time of the snow is going to be afternoon time, again, between about 3 to 5 p.m. for most of us. And you can see this advancing in on our SkyCast. By 8 p.m., most of us seeing some steady snowfall. All of us will see snowfall after midnight. 2 to 4 inches of accumulation by 7 a.m. Friday morning. 4 to 8 inches possible south of the Mohawk Valley. Again, this is a long duration event, and this is what we're going to expect by Friday morning. Snow will continue as we head into Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and Friday night. Additional accumulations during the day Friday, 4 to 8 inches. So again, grand totals between Thursday night through Friday and into Friday night, somewhere between about 8 to 12 inches. Increasing clouds tonight down to 10. Tomorrow, sunshine, or I should say cloudy skies, temperatures in the mid-30s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy skies continue into the weekend. Lake effect snow showers both Saturday and Sunday. The accumulations over the weekend look to be generally north of the Mohawk Valley. More snow chances heading into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jolene Ferris. Jason is off tonight. We'll get to those stories in about a minute, but first, some wicked weather this way comes. The start of significant snowfall is still about 18 hours away, but we want you to be able to prepare. So we're going to go straight to Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis, live in the Weather Center, tracking this storm. Bill.
Yeah, that's right, Jolene. We're expecting about 36 hours worth of snowfall. It's not going to be heavy, or at least it's not going to come down quickly. But by the time it's all said and done, we're thinking that most areas get about 8 to 12 inches of snow. We're going to break this down by what we're expecting through tomorrow night, as well as what's going to fall separately for Friday. But that is the general idea. And of course, because of that, we have an alert day. Concerned about traveling, of course. But this snow also has the ability to produce power outages because it's expected to come down at a very wet and very sticky type of snow, and that could stick to the trees this time around, especially in the lower elevations. We have a winter storm warning in effect for all of this. Our current temperature has dropped unexpectedly to 14 degrees, which is below our forecasted low tonight, so we'll have to change that. We are expecting the snow to break out as we head into tomorrow evening between about 3 to 5 p.m. We'll take a look at when the snow begins and when it ends and what's to follow, and that's coming up. Jolene, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Bill. Plans to reunify
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We are taking a look at the snowfall forecast for tomorrow night all the way through Saturday morning. This is a 36-hour expected event, getting about 8 to 12 inches of snow for most of the area. Some of the hilltops south of the valley could see as much as 10 to 14 inches of snow. We'll be breaking this down by time period tonight. But I want to point out one thing that we're watching here, and that is the environment that this snow falls in. It'll be right around freezing, if not a few degrees above freezing, and that leads to a wet, heavy snowfall, which could lead to some power outages as we head into tomorrow night and Friday. This is our biggest concern. It's not the amount of snow, because 8 to 12 inches of snow is not a lot for our standards. It's your typical storm. But this one, with temperatures right around freezing and with wind, we could see some scattered power outages in many areas. In the Mohawk Valley, it looks to be a higher chance of this happening because temperatures will be near or just above freezing. I think the snow is going to be not fun to shovel. It's going to be that really heavy type of snow, but it will be very packable. You can make snowmen or make some snowballs, have a snowball fight. Really shouldn't be a problem for that. Live look outside. Things look quiet across the area. The snowfall begins tomorrow afternoon. For most of us, it's between 3 to 5 p.m. It will take a little bit longer for those of you living in the Adirondacks and sooner for those of you living across the southern valleys. Low pressure develops and will move up the coast as we head into tomorrow night as a nor'easter, producing snow in our area. We're dry until then, though. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, temperatures start out in the upper 20s. We're dry for the majority of the day. Lunchtime, we're dry. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when the leading edge of snow starts to work in. Snow becomes more widespread into tomorrow evening. And by Friday morning, we're expecting a general 2 to 4 inches of snow on the ground for most areas. South of the valley, 4 to 8 inches possible by 7 a.m. Friday. Of course, the snow is going to continue as we head into Friday afternoon and Friday evening, even into Friday night through early Saturday. That's when things finally start to wind down. So we'll likely be adding about 4 to 8 additional inches of snow from Friday morning all the way through Saturday morning. So it's going to be a long event. Long duration snowfall, very similar to what we saw on Sunday in terms of how quickly it accumulates, but of course lasting a lot longer compared to Sunday. Increasing clouds tonight down into the low teens. Tomorrow, cloudy with snow developing late in the day, a high of 34. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast looking at some lake effect snow showers as we head into Saturday. Lake effect snow Sunday looks to stay north. Pretty active weather pattern early next week with more snow chances heading into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Weather Center and Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis, who is tracking winter weather tomorrow.
Yeah, we're taking a look at total snowfall here as we head into Saturday morning. Sometimes I hesitate showing maps like this because I think they can be a little misleading. This is a 36-hour accumulation. So it's going to pile up generally about 4 to 6 inches for every 12-hour period. That's pretty similar to what we saw on Sunday, but this is going to last about 3 times longer. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at maps like this. 8 to 12 inches of accumulation from Old Forge to Utica, 10 to 14 inches total accumulation for areas south of the Mohawk Valley. I am going to break this down by time period for those of you that are trying to shovel this. If you're not going to wait till Saturday morning to shovel this, we'll let you know how much you would expect by Friday morning as well as Friday evening. Of course, this is getting the alert day here because not only are we expecting accumulating snow, we're expecting tricky travel throughout Friday, and there could be some power outages with this as well. We're going to take a closer look at that coming up. Winter storm warnings in effect for all of central New York. It's cold out there this evening. We stay dry. We will be dry for most of the day tomorrow, at least during the daytime hours. We're tracking the start time of the snow when we can expect the snow to begin locally, and that's coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Studio Building 340 at the Munson.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking widespread accumulating snow beginning tomorrow evening and lasting through Saturday morning. By the time all is said and done, most areas are expected to pick up 8 to 12 inches of accumulation and 10 to 14 inches of accumulation south of the Mohawk Valley. Let's take a look at when this snow begins and how much is to be expected as we head into Thursday night as well as Friday. First of all, we're dry. We stay dry throughout this evening. We stay dry for most of tomorrow. Here's a look at the start time for the snow. For most of us, it's somewhere between 3 to 5 p.m. So if you're out running errands tomorrow and if you're heading out the door early, it's expected to be dry. The snow doesn't begin until the late afternoon to early evening, and then the snow will be coming down steady and heavy as we head into tomorrow night. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's dry. It's cold out there this evening. Forestport 18 degrees, Schuyler with 19. Temperatures across the southern valleys, Richfield with 20 degrees, Paynes Hollow 19, and Milford with 17 degrees. We're tracking low pressure working in from the west. This is going to develop along the Atlantic coast and become a nor'easter as it heads up the coast Thursday night into Friday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, dry tonight, dry tomorrow, at least starting out 8 o'clock in the morning, temperatures in the upper 20s. We are still dry at lunchtime. The leading edge of snow starts to work in tomorrow afternoon. It stopped things at 4 o'clock. Some of us will be seeing snow at that point, especially south of Utica. Most of us will be seeing snow by 8 p.m., and the snow will continue to spread across the area throughout tomorrow night, coming down steady here through Friday morning. This is what to expect by Friday morning at 7 a.m. So accumulations of about 2 to 4 inches for the Mohawk Valley and North Country, 4 to 8 inches of accumulation south of the Mohawk Valley. More snow will be taking place as we head throughout Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Notice that temperatures will be very close to freezing throughout this event. This is going to be a wet, sticky, heavy snowfall. It's going to be hard to move, and this could also lead to power outages with this snowfall sticking to trees. I think that's something we're going to have to keep in mind. We're going to be taking a closer look at that here over the next 24 hours. 4 to 8 inches of accumulation is expected from 7 a.m. Friday through 7 a.m. Saturday. So again, for most of us, 8 to 12 inches of total accumulation, 10 to 14 inches south of the Mohawk Valley. Increasing clouds tonight down to 15 degrees. Tomorrow, cloudy with snow developing late in the day, a high of 34. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Tricky travel Friday. Scattered power outages possible heading into Friday evening. Scattered snow showers continue into the weekend. It'll become a lot more localized with lake effect. And the weather stays pretty active and cold here as we head into early next week. Kristen, back to you.
In terms of preparing, now's a great time if you haven't already done so. The News Channel 2 app and the Storm Tracker 2 app, put that on your phone right now because if you lose power, that is a great resource to have right at your fingertips. All right, Bill, thank you. Still ahead here on News Channel 2 at 6, local cheerleader.